So I'm going to be joined by Colin Woods from the Global Data Center Partnership. So we look forward to see what Colin's got to say for us. And of course you get 10 more minutes of me, which is always nice, right? Here he comes.
Hey,
hello,
how's
Colin,
it going?
how are you?
I'm all right, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. The Global Data Center Partnership.
Yes.
Tell me all about it. What is this?
It's a new venture, literally about a year old from its inception, something I thought up.
Okay.
Just really from our industry, from a data center perspective. So what we've done is basically gone to multiple independent, geographically diverse data centers who have primarily just one building. So
this is away from the major brands, if you like.
Yeah, sort of away from the major, those who are mostly known. The idea is to find more opportunities for those data centers by working with my company, PSTG, or the company I represent. We're an IT firm, essentially, so we have racks here and there. And the idea is to look at the end user's experience and try and bring those into the local data centers for those communities. They're all connected in together, and it started to grow internationally, which is quite exciting.
So you're looking at it, instead of having to be to a global brand name, because I want data centers in 4 countries on 3 continents. Effectively, here's an entryway for local providers to club together to service my international needs.
You certainly could do that, but also there is, so it's not just the local communities and letting them know, hey, get rid of your comms room and put it into a data center, because that's where the cloud is basically fed out from, as we all know. And therefore you can achieve so much more within your local data center, but they are on net with all these other data centers, and the people who are running those are in collaboration with each other and PSTG to help people transition into data centers from across the globe. So it does give a bit of more, I'd like to think, a bit more flexibility with regards to maybe cost or solutions, and how the data center engages with that end user, that business that's trying to migrate into there.
Okay, so you say you've been going for about a year?
So the business I work for is Professional Services Technology Group, PSTG, based in central London. So we do a lot of transition management, and our business is broken up into 2, data center and workspace.
Right.
Of course, they do bleed into, because obviously if you're in an office environment, your desktop, we do all the desktop upgrades, and then we look at the comms room, we do the cloud, so 365, look at Azure, bleed out to that type of stuff. So we've been doing that for about 7 years, something like that. I'm about 2 years into this business, and so obviously as a sales individual, you kind of think up what is my business plan? How can I achieve good things for end customers? And so this is what I've come up with, and we've put it all together. And
so how is this? And we've heard a lot about it. Moving from your kind of almost your LAN in the corner closet, picking up, moving it into the public data center.
Yeah.
And clearly you're working in that environment. How is that take up? Is it something that enterprise is pretty
it's very exciting.
To do?
I think what we've seen is a lot of people jumped on the cloud initially because I don't have to worry or manage any of my infrastructure.
Little did they know.
And so a lot of them are actually coming back, and then we're seeing a lot of hybrid colo cloud scenarios, and that's brilliant. I mean, we love that. That's a real kind of a true story, whether it's on premises or in the data center or in the clouds. It's a real kind of hybrid, and we're seeing more and more of that, which of course, benefits data centers, benefits the cloud providers, but ultimately benefits the end user, and that's what it's all about. Is empowering the end customer, and that's what we do.
That's what you do. You're empowering.
So
what elements are you picking up from the enterprise and saying, right, let me manage this, for want of a better word, digital transformation, taking you out of here, giving you access to multi-cloud, building the hybrid cloud, maybe just settling on a decent private cloud in the first place?
Well, what we do is we look at the compelling or the application or what customer is trying to achieve, and we review and understand what is the market, what's the market doing, because not every cloud is right for every business. Maybe AWS is more throw a sandpit environment, whereas Azure is obviously Microsoft, your worktop all the way through there. So we look at what is the customer trying to achieve, where do they think they want to go to, how can we help them achieve more flexibility or better things or reduce cost and that type of thing. So it's literally looking at what is out in the market, but this data center, the Global Data Center Partnership, is really trying to stitch that all together because a lot of people are wanting a bit of DR, but of triangulation. So if we could keep it within this, then of course we've got another layer, which will be the connectivity piece, then a cloud piece on top. So I foresee this over the next couple of years really growing to be such a great entity and a real benefit for end users.
Okay, so what kind of scale of enterprise are you helping? Are we talking 2 or 3 offices?
No,
dozens of offices, international?
It really varies, and some of the things that I'm seeing at the moment are businesses that we would never expect to come to us or engage us with the thoughts of using multiple sites. But that hybrid is really where it's coming in, where they all have, like, we work prolifically within the NHS quite a lot, and MOD actually, and they're saying, okay, well, we got this old infrastructure in this, bunker nowhere, in the middle of nowheresville on our hospital environment. How can we pull some of that out and make it, get value for our money? So that's where that sort of hybrid's coming in. And of course, our industry, the data center, is not really specific to verticals as such. It's more about what is the customer trying to achieve. So we keep it very, very open like that.
Okay, so as we take this path of transformation, how are people coping with legacy applications and new cloud opportunities? How are you helping them make that smooth transition?
A lot of that is trial and error, I think.
That's kind of reassuring to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose, depending, because every customer's different, everyone's trying to achieve something different or relative to their business. So we look at the application, we spend time monitoring, and we use tools that can monitor the application that uses specific resources in their infrastructure stack. And then we can monitor over a couple of periods, 2 weeks, to say, okay, some of this, you're not using particular resources. Right. So therefore we could say, well, if you're going to do an infrastructure refresh, there's some of these resources that you don't need. Take that out. That can save them some money in kilowatts. And say, well, you could put some of that into the cloud, and that's the hybrid conversation. So what we do, we work with the customer, because we're here for the customer to lean on, or we can take over the whole sort of review or audit if they like.
Okay, well, excellent. Thank you for spending some time with me this afternoon.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Pleasure. Glad we could put you in at the end. That's excellent.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you
You're
very
more
much.
than welcome. Okay, well, thank you, Colin. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this last hour or so with that extra treat on the end there. If you enjoyed it, please come back tomorrow. We'll go again from 1 o'clock UK from here at IP Expo. Thank you very much. I've been Andy Johnson. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks. Goodbye.